The office was quiet, only the sound of ticking clock filling the room. Jungkook sat at his desk, flipping through papers, though his eyes were not really focused. Vine was across from him, sitting on the leather couch with her legs crossed, eyes fixed on her phone, determined not to look his way. Jungkook leaned back in his chair, tapping his pen against the desk. So, are you going to do the same thing with girls if they approach me? His tone was casual but laced with mischief, eyes sliding towards her. Vian didn't even lift her gaze. No, her voice was flat. But if they mean harm to you, then I will. Jungkook chuckled softly, resting his chin on his hand. Interesting. So you are like me, huh? Possessive. If you do that, people will think you are obsessed with me. He just made deepened, watching for her reaction. Finally, Vian turned her head and fixed him with a sharp glare. I am on duty, Mr. June, not obsessed with you. Kindly let me do my job and stop this unnecessary talk before Jungkook could throw another teasing line. Vian's phone rang. She stood quickly, excusing herself, and answered. Hello, on the other end, Lily's voice nearly screamed through the receiver. Don't tell me you are actually with June. Jungkook. Vian rolled her eyes and pinched the bridge of her nose. Lily, calm down. Yes, I am with him at his office. Don't start. Lily gasped dramatically. Oh my god, you are his bodyguard. Do you know how many girls will kill for your spot? Van ground, pacing to the side. Please, he's an arrogant, obsessed with himself, thinks the world is around him. Her voice dropped, mocking. Do you know what happened outside the building? Some random guy attacked him and I had to take him down. Meanwhile, Mr. CEO here just stood there looking shocked like a deer in headlights. Lily burst into giggles, clearly enjoying herself. Oh, this is golden. So, what? Is he flirting with you already? Flirting? He actually asked if I was interested in him. Can you believe that? Like, he's out of his mind. I swear, I want to resign from this job, she groaned, running a hand through her hair. What she didn't know was that Jungkook had been listening the whole time as he, in curiosity, decided to eavesdrop her conversation. He just made slip into something unreadable when Ryan finally ended the call and turned around. She froze, her eyes widening just a friction before she quickly scrolled her face back into its cold mask. Jungkook was staring at her. It's a bad habit to talk about someone behind their back. His tone was deceptively calm, but his eyes burned with amusement. Vine straightened her posture, forcing composure. And eavesdropping is also bad manners, Mr. Jones. She tried to walk past him towards the door, but suddenly she hissed softly, her hair tugging sharply. She whipped around and glared at him, convinced he had pulled it. Seriously? Jungkook immediately raised his hand in defense, eyes wide. Wait, no, I didn't pull your hair. It stuck. Her black strands were tangled in the button of his tailored coat. She leaned closer, trying to free herself, but the movement only brought them inches apart. Jungkook could feel her breath brushing against his jaw, and his heartbeat betrayed him, thudding louder than it should. If you wanted to get close, you could have just asked, he murmured, smirking, tugging at his lip. Despite the heat rising in his chest, Wine shot him a look cold enough to freeze lava. Unbelievable. Their eyes meet, her sharp and his teasing. But beneath the surface, both of their pulses race. After a tense moment, she yanked her hair free with a sharp tug, straightened her skirt, and walked past him with steady steps. Jungkook turned slowly, watching her leave, lips curving into a smirk as he whispered under his breath, cold as ice, but your heartbeat tells me otherwise. The black luxury car rose smoothly through the city lights. Vine sat composed on one side of back seat, gaze fixed out the window, while Jungkook sprawled comfortably on the other, his hand drumming on his thigh like he was inching to start something. The driver's eyes occasionally flickered to the rearview mirror, already sensing the storm brewing in the back. You know you could still quit. Save yourself the trouble. This job is not for someone like you. His voice carried that smooth arrogance, his head tilted towards her, eyes lazily roaming her expression. Vine clenched her jaw, but her tone was calm and icy. No, I am not resigning. He scoffed and leaned forward a little. You are really stubborn, are not you? What face do I even show the people now? A female bodyguard? They will think I need protection from butterflies. Vian's finger curled into her skirt. She inhaled softly, forcing composure. Your problem, not mine. Jungkook turned to her fully now, smirk twisting into mock seriousness. Well, since you insist on staying tomorrow, I have a gala. You are coming with me. One finally look at him, brows narrowing. Of course, it's my job to keep you safe. No, no, not like that. He waved a hand dismissively. If you come with me as a bodyguard, people will laugh themselves to death. So you will have to pretend like my girlfriend, or at least a friend. Her eyes widen a little before narrowing again. Absolutely not. I won't play pretend. Jungkook's smirk disappeared, replaced with irritation. What? Why not? Because I don't want to. She crossed her arms. Why study? Eyes back on the window, Jungkook ground dramatically, dragging a hand through his hair. Unbelievable. Do you think I'm dying to make you my girlfriend? He scoffed, glaring at her profile as if one rolled her eyes, muttering under her breath. Then stop asking me to pretend. Jungkook shoot her a look, muttering harshly. Where the hell did my parents even find you? One snapped her head towards him, whispering with the same irritation. Funny, I was just about to ask you the same. They both glared at each other, the tension sizzling like static. While the driver, catching every word, stared straight ahead with a stiff expression, but his eyes kept darting nervously to the review mirror. He looked like he was silently praying not to get caught in the crossfire. Jungkook finally slumped back in his seat with a groan, muttering something that sounded like, "This is torture." One muttered back, just loud enough for him to hear. Same here. The driver blinked, sweat forming at his temples. The morning sun spilled golden light over the June mansion's lush garden. Mr. and Mrs. June sat comfortably at white marble tables sipping their steaming coffee. Birds chirped, the fountain nearby tickled softly, and for once it was peaceful until the driver approached with a polite bow. You tell me, how was it yesterday? Did Vine manage to handle our stubborn son? She asked with a playful twinkle in her eyes. The driver tried not to smile, clearing his throat. Madam Miss Vine, he hesitated, then sighed. She answered the young master back every single time. Mr. June lowered his newspaper and chuckled. Really, someone had the guts to do that? Finally, the driver nodded seriously. She doesn't fear him at all. She even handled a man at the company entrance yesterday, pinned him down before security arrived. Mrs. June's eyes lit up with amusement and admiration. Oh, I like her already. Our Jungkook must be firming. Not just that, madam, she doesn't care about the young master's reputation either. She says her job is protection, not image. Mr. June chuckled deeply, shaking his head. That's cool. Someone should finally knock that arrogance out of him. Mrs. June smirked, sipping her coffee elegantly. And what about the gala tonight? A young master wanted her to pretend as his girlfriend, but Miss Vine flatly refused. Mr. and Mrs. June looked at each other and then burst into laughter so loud the maids nearly jumped. Oh, that's rich. Our son rejected by his own bodyguard served him right. Let's see how he manages in public now. Just then, Jungkook appeared walking briskly towards the garden in a perfectly tailored black suit, his tie sharp, his watch gleaming, hair slayed to perfection. He looked every bit the rich CEO expect for the score on his face. I am getting late, he adjusted his cufflinks impatiently, and my lady bodyguard is not even here yet. Mrs. June leaned back, sipping her coffee with a sly smile. Relax, she must be getting ready. Jungkook scoffed, half laughing, half irritated. I hope she is really getting ready and doesn't embarrass me in front of people. His word cut short, and his mouth left half open because at that moment wine appeared. She walked down the mansion step in a simple yet stunning gown, silk black with a slit on the side, minimal jewelry, light makeup that highlighted her features effortlessly. Her hair cascaded softly over her shoulders. She looked professional, elegant, and dangerously gorgeous all at once. For the first time in a long while, June Jungkook forgot to blink. Mrs. Jones' face lit up in delight. My, you look absolutely breathtaking, dear. Van bowed her head slightly. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. Her voice calm, composed, though her hands resting at her sides were tightly clasped to hide her nervousness. Meanwhile, Jungkook shifted uncomfortably, forcing his eyes away and covering his sweat with a cuff. Hope you are not planning to distract my enemies looking like that. he muttered under his breath, trying to sound casual but failing miserably. Wan glanced at him briefly, her expression unreadable. You said not to embarrass you, consider this is my professional effort. Mrs. June chuckled softly, clearly entertained by the spark flying between the two. Well, Jungkook looks like your bodyguard is ready. Don't keep her waiting, Mr. June folded his newspaper, smirking. Son, try not to embarrass yourself. Jungkook glared at his father, then turned sharply towards the car, trying to ignore how his pulse was racing just from seeing Ryan walk beside him.